This is Job chapter 33, verse 14. For God speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, that by honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Did You Get the Message? And I'm going to be going to a dream that I just woke up from. And through the spirit, I believe I should name it, Did You Get the Message? And in the dream, it basically, I was in two places. The first place I was in was it was almost like a school / laboratory. In which in the school, it was people that I knew from high school, as well as brothers in the truth. And in the school, it was, people that knew, or people that had like people that knew that something wasn't right, because as I mentioned, this was a school / laboratory, So you had people that knew that things weren't right, and then people that was just a part of the matrix, so to speak. And I remember in this dream in the school that it was a eerie feeling to those that knew the truth. The reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is because I remember just thinking about people looking at us some type of way, and it was actually a portion in the dream to where we got caught, getting some intel from some scientists, in which we weren't supposed to be talking to them. And I remember this one guy who we were with was actually persecuted for knowing the truth, basically. What happened was, I guess the warden of the school / laboratory was she caught the guy talking to one of the scientists. So what happened was he had to, which is kind of weird, but we understand, even in the scriptures, that dreams, it may not have made sense, but it always had a message to it. So he had to, for his punishment, he basically had to separate this poisonous fish from this bucket into a cup, in which case it actually ended up killing him. And I remember in the dream, this is why I believe it was a laboratory, because you couldn't go into any door without punching in a code, And in this dream, I remember in a portion of the dream before it switched, I remember either somebody talking to me, or it was like a thought in the back of my head, like, did you get the message? Did you get the hard drive I sent you? And in my mind, I'm saying yes. But I really, to be honest, I didn't know what they were talking about. In which I want to say it was somebody that was talking to me, because I'm trying to ask them particular questions to figure out the message or the hard drive they sent me to get some information. And then in this dream, it flipped to me being on the highways with the brethren, in which it was brothers from Great Millstone, and it was also guys from other camps. Actually it was guys there from from other camps, that were outside of Great Millstone. And I remember when we were in a downtown area, there was a lot of people around, stores were open. And when I got there, another brother was telling me about a renegade in the camp, that this guy, here it is, he's out there teaching with us, but he didn't necessarily believe in the prophecies. So I'm guessing this renegade heard us talking about him, and he started rebuking me. So, we going back and forth. So I'm telling him about prophecy. And while we're talking, it was like a Red Dawn type of situation to where you look up in the sky, planes are getting shot down, bombs are being let off everywhere. And then out of nowhere, there was like these pods, for lack of better terms. It was like these pods that landed. And I believe, which is why I believe it was basically like a Red Dawn situation, because it was like a Red Dawn situation because in my mind I'm thinking like, these are North Koreans. And in my mind, as these things are happening in the sky, mind you, as I was telling brothers, I was going back and forth with the renegade in the camp. And brothers are seeing everything that's happening in the sky. And I'm looking at them like, see. We all happy, man. It looking scary up in the sky, but we all happy, man. I'm like, see. As this renegade was talking, prophecy was happening. And so the pods touched down, they opened up, and without any, talking, they just came out guns, guns pointing at everybody to get down, these North Koreans. And I remember there's this, I'm guessing, either somebody in the camp or what, and which is why I say this is because when the pods touched down and everything, somebody around us, I don't know if they got shot, but they was laying on the ground. Well, they had to get shot or something because they was laying on the ground bleeding and they was coughing out. And one of these Korean men, they just came and just killed them, just came and killed them and kept it moving. And so like it's kind of escaping me. But and in the dream, I remember seeing it was a barbershop near us. There was some type of boutique near us. In which case, the Korean guy, that came and shot the guy, was laying down coughing. Everybody had to follow him for whatever reason. And in this dream, I seen a barbershop. It was music and stuff playing, so I'm seeing that, there's people in there. Then I seen this boutique, and in the boutique, I kind of snuck in there, went all the way in the back, and I'm praying. I'm praying and Salakia, and the dream's kind of, I'm praying, and I'm just hoping this guy don't see me, and then I wake up. But as I was thinking about doing a lesson, if I should do a lesson upon the stream, I was thinking about the video I saw last night with the Apostle Ramnah going into how the Satan walking about to whom he made the vow, and he was going into how the NDAA, they actually made it a law. They're making it a law. I believe they made it a law, to put to death or to basically imprison, anybody who goes against their ideology of thinking. And as I'm listening to the Apostle, I'm playing a game. This, last night before I actually went to bed, I'm playing a game. And then the Lord told me, like, listen, man, get off that game. And I begin to read. And I'm thinking to myself, like, the Lord wanted me to hear this. So through the Spirit, that's why I want to name this lesson, Did You Get the Message? Okay? And it's going to get bad out here. People don't see it, but you got still guys scoffing, still guys not seeing, the bigger picture. But it's going to get bad. It's going to be very quick. You're not going to see it coming. The book of Ezekiel 37 speaks about how, let me just grab it. I think it was Ezekiel 38, actually. Ezekiel 38 and 10. Which it talks about how the Lord is going to raise up Russia, Gog and Magog, and those that he backs. They say the Persians, Iranians, the Africans, the Libyans, which are also Africans, Gomer, Turkey, right, which we see happening today. Skipping down to Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And another thing I saw last night, which I believe led to this dream as well, is something that the elder brother Malcolm Mann had re-uploaded, of how you have this guy, which he heard from a friend of his, that you got the so-called Chinese, the Moabites, going around buying up farms, these different farms in the States as well as in Bahamas, which I believe Bahamas is a territory of the United States, buying up these different farms. And he was breaking it down to where it makes sense because, for them to invade the place, they gotta, have a place for their military to be set up at, So it says, after many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always wasted, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord power, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Okay? And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, and all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, which is America. Because these Russians got their technology far surpasses the defense of America. So when World War III happens, they're gonna be thinking in themselves to come over here and siege America. And yeah, man, all these things that happen, what shows you that we are in the end. We're in the end. And as scriptures say, what's that? Let not the incredulity of them trouble you. All right, 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay? So, yeah, man, the message is out there, man. And the famine of the word is almost here. So with that, Lord willing, you Akim will edify. Shalom to the elect.